Hi, boys and girls. Today we're going to be working over text features, and with the notes today, you'll be filling in the blanks. So at any point as I'm talking, you're able to pause, write down your notes, and continue on at your own pace. Before you begin, you're going to be doing your warm-up on your warm-up page in your journal. And so at this time, if you want to pause and read the information provided, and then answer the bolded part at the bottom. You don't have to write the whole prompt. You're just putting today's date and then responding to it. All right, so the news, text features. Text features help students understand nonfiction text. Understanding nonfiction text. Today we'll look at examples of text features with definitions and then explanations for how each text feature helps a reader. What are text features? Authors include text features to help the reader better understand what they have read. Text features provide information that may not be written in the text itself. Text features can be found in textbooks, magazine articles, newspapers, reports, web pages, and other forms of nonfiction text. So table of contents, the first part. The information about where animals live would be found on page 3 in animal habitats. Where would a reader find information about where an animal lives? Well, if I continue to look, I would see habitats, and I know that's page 3. List the major parts of a book along with their page numbers. It outlines the main main points. Readers can use the table of contents to help locate information in the book and see how everything is organized. The index is an alphabetical listing of the key names, terms, events, and topics with page numbers. Readers use the index to help find pages that contain information they are looking for. So, for example, where would a reader find information in the text about acid rain? Well, I'd look in the index, and obviously I would be able to see that acid rain could be found on numerous pages. The glossary is a list of key terms in alphabetical order. Each key word is defined. Sometimes a glossary also tells you how to pronounce a word. Readers use the glossary to look up key terms to find out their meaning. This helps the reader better learn and understand the subject. Titles tell the reader the topic of the text. Titles show the main idea of the text. Titles help the reader by letting them know what they are about to read. Titles focus the reader on a topic so that they can make a connection between what they already know and the text. So now, what do the titles of the articles in this newspaper tell you? Well, it's obviously going to be about maybe space and thinking about space, age, red moon, winning the race in outer space. So noticing those pieces. Subheadings, okay? Subheadings divide the text into sections. Subheadings tell the main idea of each section of text. They are printed in large or bold type to make them stand out. So you'll see like where it says helpful ants or types of ants. Subheadings help the reader to locate information in the text by telling them where to look. Okay. Then the text, bold, color, and italics. What do they symbolize? Well, the style and color of the text sends the reader signals about how to read the content. Keywords to notice are in bold or in color. Text in italics is used in picture captions, book titles, and any other element that needs to stand out. Text in bold, color, or italics draw the reader's attention to important information. Thinking about photographs and illustrations, you might notice these a lot more in, say, like science or history, but we also have them in ELA very often too, especially in informational text. Photos and illustrations give information in a visual way. They help tell the story. They work with the words and headings to help. They work with the words and headings to help teach material. They help the reader understand an idea from the text that was unclear. Captions. A caption explains what is shown in a picture or illustration. Captions help the reader understand information that may or may not be in the text. So, for example, we have a picture here. We have a photo by Marston's, I can't say his last name. These gold coins were found on the ocean floor. Right here, what goes underneath our picture is usually our caption. Textbook. A textbook provides more information than is in the text about a topic. A textbook can include interesting facts or important information the author wants the reader to know. Text boxes help readers understand by creating interesting or emphasizing important information. So you'll notice right here we have reading, but then right beside it we have a text box here. We have a text box here. So they just provide us extra information that we might need or might find useful. Maps. Maps are drawings that show the basic shape of the land and other geographical, political, or historical features. They present information in a visual form. They help the reader understand where an event happens. They help the reader understand how far away an event took place, too. Diagrams. A diagram is a drawing that shows or explains something. So, for example, how does a volcano form, what happens in the process as it erupts, and what happens as it's coming out. Okay, so the diagrams we typically see a lot in science and history as well. To understand a diagram, the reader should read the titles, labels, captions, and numbered parts. Diagrams help the reader understand steps, how objects are made, or information in the text. Tables. We see a lot of tables in science and history, but we also can see tables in things like math, maybe an elective class, ELA. But tables organize large amounts of information in a small space. Tables present all kinds of data, from numbers and amounts to calendars and menus. Tables help the reader compare information in the text. So all this is super helpful. Timelines. We see timelines quite often in ELA as we've been talking about sequencing chronological order with our informational text. Timelines show important events in chronological order or time order. Timelines help the reader better understand the order of events and how one event may lead to another. So in the news, find an article and find an example of each text feature. Okay, we're not going to worry about that today. In fact, today I'm going to change it as we're talking right now. You're going to complete a scavenger hunt for text features. Okay, so you're welcome. I'm making it a little bit more fun today. So when you're finished, you can come see me to get your text feature scavenger hunt and a book example that you can work on for the next part of our lesson.